I want to share a story with you. This is a personal story. My buddy Derek told me I should tell it, so I'm going to tell it. I'm not too ashamed about it or embarrassed about it. So, okay. I have a varicose vein problem. I did at one time. I had that problem at one time. Well, I had a problem. It happened up here in Asheville, and it happened down in Charlotte. I had to be taken to ambulance. Well, me and Wally was planning to go to Kelwin's, and of course we went to Kelwin's, and Wally said it was going to happen again. I believe he jinxed it. You know, I believe he jinxed the whole idea about it. You know, happening again. Okay, here's what happened. Here's my story about it. Okay, we was in the water park. You know, having a good time. No pain or nothing like that was going on. You know, last time I had chest pains. This time I didn't have no chest pains. You know, so we was all having a good time in the water park, and we got on one of these water slides. And you know, you're supposed to put your hands behind your back and cross your legs. And Derek said he couldn't figure out why they said to do that. So that's what lifeguard said. Well, you know, that's what I tried to do, and you know, Wally did it too. You know, I don't know if I went down first or Wally went down first at the slide. So, oh man, it was dark. And that tunnel was dark, and the water was hitting my face, and you know, and stuff, and I felt like I was drowning. That's the problem, you know. I felt like I was drowning because the water was hitting my face. I bumped my head, bumped my elbow, and bumped my bad leg. But you know, how I feel it happened again is by me hitting my leg and feeling like I'm drowning. It brought my blood pressure up, and that's what I think what happened. You know, by hitting my leg and feeling like I was drowning. Well, we got off the ride, and I asked Wally. Wally said he bumped himself too. So you know, they beat you up. I was heading back to the locker room shower. You know, bathroom. You know, it was in one of them stalls, drying off, and of course, like I said, beginning, I think Wally jinxed the trip. Of course, I started noticing some blood. Not trying to freak nobody out about blood or gross anybody out. So, started noticing blood. I said, Wally, I got a problem. He said, what? You know, he said, and then he looked at it, saw it, I mean, and he went and got some help. And I had other strangers, this guy and these kids asking if I was alright, and well, I got a woman, you know, of course I was embarrassed. When I opened the stall door, I was white in the face, embarrassed. Wally claims I didn't have nothing around me. You know, I had a towel around me. That's how I feel. So Wally claims to the day I didn't have nothing around me, and that woman said, "Please put a towel around you." And so I don't know. I mean, I think I had a towel around me. So you know, and they wanted me to go up to the first aid station in a wheelchair with just a red towel around me. I said no. I told them, I said no. You need to put pressure on it. You need to you know, put pressure on it. I need to put clothes on. I done been embarrassed enough. And I tell them I'm sorry, and they said, don't worry. We're more concerned about you. We're more concerned about you. Don't worry, we'll clean up the mess. So, you know, he fixed my leg, got my clothes on, wheeled me up to the first aid station. Me and Wally's always passed it. I always passed it. This time I had to use it. It's like a little small hospital. And well, before I got there, they took my blood pressure in the locker room. So, you know, they took my blood pressure up there. And they want me to go to the hospital in the locker room, and I said, as long as you can take me to North Carolina Hospital, my insurance will take you up. And they said, well, the closest hospital to us is South Charlotte. I said, great, load me up. I basically said, you know, and got loaded up in ambulance at the 4th State thing behind there. You know, I didn't think I was getting. I didn't think I was gonna get loaded up at a theme park. I got loaded up at my job in an ambulance. Now I got loaded up in an ambulance down at a theme park. So that's something. I've been to ambulance 2 times, two experiences now about that. And I strike a conversation up, you know. I'm kind of person I'm not too shy around people. And that woman said, asked her she about Mission Hospital, and she said no. And then we're talking about Asheville and Button County. She said she heard about Button County. So, and then got to the hospital. Now here's this, and Wally, they gave him directions to get to the hospital. You know, and get to the hospital, and he's supposed to went to that locker and got my stuff, and they supposed to give him directions to the hospital. You know, at the time I'm getting to the hospital and getting loaded, you know, getting off the ambulance and going to the hospital, and he's supposed to be meet me over there, and you know, he gets lost. He has to stop at a 7-Eleven store and ask some woman from India to how to get to the hospital, and he gets lost now, you know, and then she helps him get on the right path to get to the hospital, and stuff, and I just you know, I'm at the hospital, I'm in the room, and they told me I was going to get a room with a bathroom, and hey, I'm not complaining, you know. Normally at my hospital in Asheville Mission, they have the bathrooms in the hallway, and if you get like a minute in the hospital, you have a room in the room. So I'm not complaining with a bathroom in the room, and my private bathroom. And then of course they had cable TV while I was waiting on everybody, and Wally getting lost. And anyway, Wally finally gets to the hospital now. Here's this: he gets to the hospital. He don't even know my last name. He knows Jason Scott, so he don't even know my last name, and that's funny, you know. He think he got stuff on me, and then you know, back to my thing. They made him say it 10 minutes before they let him go back. They could not let him go back, and stuff, and you know, the nurse is a woman, and there's a woman who took my insurance was a woman. The doctor was a woman. There's a manager who was wanting to make sure everything was all right. She was a woman. I finally got when she got if I got discharged. You know, Wally was telling that doctor I was not doing what I was supposed to about wearing them hose, you know, and stuff. And was that big conversation about that? You know, they're not pantyhose, but they're hose, you know. You know, for my leg, vein problem. And, you know, and then the guy who wrapped my leg, and I stress this big. I'm not trying to offend nobody. And this is a true story. I'm not trying to offend nobody. My buddy Wally now, he's different than I am. He said the guy was gay, and you know, I don't have an issue with that. I'm gonna put that out on the record. I don't have an issue with him. So that's what he said. And today, you know, and of course, you know, I don't have an issue with as long as that person's doing the job and not doing anything else. I'm fine. You know, I'm fine with that. So you know, I just want to make up something up. I want to tell the whole story. So, yep. And then he was a nice guy, very nice guy. You know, I'm not trying to be nothing. You know, I'm trying to be a good person. You know, and stuff. So, we finally left the hospital. I told Wally, because we done spent a lot of money at the motel. I said we're gonna go to TJ Fridays and get some food. And before we went in, I called my aunt and told her what happened. And now if I called my uncle, he told me to go home. And she said, as long as you take it easy next day, you'd be fine. So we went to TJ Fridays, and after that I said, we're going to go to Target. I'm going to get some waterproof Band-Aids, and we're going to go to Kelwin's next day because we didn't spend too much money. I took my aunt's advice, and we went back to Kelwin's, and we had a good day, got in the ride carefully, got out, and nothing else happened until I got back to Asheville and got the problem fixed. And that's basically the end of the story of the Kelwin's incident with my leg, the varicose veins problem I had. So I hope you enjoyed the story of my personal life. Stay tuned for more vlog coming up next.